welcome back to Turf Morehouse TV. And as you say, we have got two of the Group B games to take you through. We have, as you can see at the bottom of your screen, Wales versus England, and we also have Iran versus USA. Wales, if they beat England, have a chance of qualification, but it does have. We do have to see how it fares in the other game as well. Iran facing USA. I mean, let's have a look at Group B. Let me just get the stats up. So England are top of the group with 4 points. Iran in second with 3. USA with 2 and Wales with 4. So I suppose they need Wales need to beat us and hope that Iran USA draw. So, like I say, there is a lot that could change for Wales to have to qualify. England have already technically found out who they could be facing, who they would be facing, in the next round, the round of 16. If they finish top of the group, they will take on Senegal, who finished second earlier today in Group A. And if England finish second, they would then go on to play Louis van Gaal's Netherlands team. Like I say, we are bringing you both games. Well, I'm predominantly going to be bringing you the Wales-England game, but I will be keeping you up to date with Iran against the US as well. Please, if you could smash the like button, that really would really appreciate that. I know there's a lot of people covering this England game, but I really would appreciate the love and support. So please drop a like on the video because it does help. You don't realise how much dropping a like on the video helps get the channel notified. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And also click that notification bell so you know when we next go live. Looking at the teams then, let's have a look at the teams before I look at a couple of comments, starting with the Wales squad. They have Danny Ward in goal. For some reason, I've put the wrong graphic up, the one without the names, but Danny Ward is in goal. Nico Williams plays right back with Chris Mepham and Joe Rodon as centre, and Ben Davies on the left. Aaron Ramsey, Ethan Ampadu, and Joe Allen start in the middle of the park with Gareth Bale, Kiefer Moore, and Dan James in that front three. Let's have a look at the England lineup then that Gareth Southgate has gone for. He has gone for Jordan Pickford in goal. Kyle Walker plays right back with John Stones, Harry Maguire at centre-back partnership with Luke Shaw starting on the left. Jordan Henderson comes in the fray alongside Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham, and a front three of Phil Foden, Marcus Rashford, and as standard, Harry Kane up top. The other game as well between Iran USA. Iran start with this side. Beiravand starts in goal. Mohammadi Purulaganje, Majid Husseini, Ramin Razain, Ehsan Haji Safi, Saeed Ezzatullahi, Ahmad Nurullahi, Mehdi Taremi, Ali Gulazade, and Sadar Azmoun play in that starting 11 for Carlos Queiroz' side. Greg Berhalter has named his side as well. He's gone for Arsenal's Matt Turner in goal. Sergino Dest at right back, Anthony Robinson on the left with Tim Ream at the back as well. Cameron Carter-Vickers, Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie, Christian Pulisic, Tim Way, and Josh Sargent. So the USA also trying to go all guns blazing. Get your predictions in. Let us know how you think these games are going to go. It would be great. Let's have a look at what you guys are saying. Chris says, let's do what we need to do and pack Wales suitcases, passports, clothes, everything on their safe trip back home after this game. They will be in fine voice for this one. I am sure of it. Stream Elements bot is running. Renee's in. Hope you're well. Martin's in as well. He says, come on, England. Let's have a great game. Jade's in. Of course, she's going for a 3-1 Wales win, which, yeah, if it happens, it happens. Anthony says, hi, Dan. Let's be honest. Wales are effed. Yeah, well, fingers crossed we can see this game through. Chris is going for 2-0 England. Anthony's gone 3-1 England and 2-0 to the USA. Martin's gone for 3-1 England as well. As I said, do join us. Get yourselves involved in the chat. You can find us on social media as well, by the way. I know the teams are out on the pitch and they are about to do the national anthems, but you can find us on social media. And this is where you can find us. So, yes, you can catch us on all those social media platforms, and we really would appreciate your love and support on them all. The Welsh national anthem is being belted out at the moment. We may have Mark join us later on. He's currently doing the game as well as a Wales supporter. I don't expect him not to be fair. Big game for Wales. Otherwise, it is curtains. A couple of stats. Jude Bellingham starting tonight. He makes him the second youngest player to earn 20 caps for England, behind only Wayne Rooney. England have won each of their last 6 games against Wales, scoring 11 goals in that run and conceding only 1, which was a Gareth Bale free kick at Euro 2016. Wales' last victory dates back to May 1984, courtesy of a Mark Hughes goal. Remember him? The now Bradford City manager. This is England's first ever FIFA World Cup match against a fellow British side. The Three Lions are unbeaten in all 3 games against other British teams at the UEFA European Championship versus Scotland and Wales. England have lost their third and final group stage game in just 2 of their 14 participations at the World Cup as well, doing so against Spain in 1950 and Belgium in 2018. Wales are on a run of 7 games without a victory in all competitions for the first time since May 2003 to November 2003. That last enduring a longer winless streak in between March 2000 and September 2001. England drew 0-0 with the USA in the last match, as we all know, taking their tally of goalless draws at the World Cup to 12, which is more than any other nation in World Cup history. Fingers crossed we get a good game tonight. As I say, England are on the verge of reaching the last 16, and we will bring it you all here as the game goes on. So please do get your comments in, get yourselves involved, because we are soon to get underway. As I say, we are going to keep you updated with the Iran-USA score as the game goes along. But let's have another look at the teams then, as the teams are being shown. As I say, Wales start with Danny Ward in goal. Then they have Nico Williams at right back, Chris Mepham and Joe Rodon at the centre, with Ben Davies on the left. Aaron Ramsey, Ethan Ampadu and Joe Allen play in that midfield 3, with Gareth Bale, Kiefer Moore and Dan James up top. For England, Gareth Southgate has named his side. He has gone for Jordan Pickford in goal. Kyle Walker comes in to replace Kieran Trippier. John Stones and Harry Maguire play centre-back with Luke Shaw on the left. Jordan Henderson is in for Mason Mount. He's playing alongside Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham. And a front 3 are Phil Foden, Marcus Rashford, and the main man up top, Harry Kane. In the other game, as we said as well, we are going to be covering that one as well. So the Iran team is there. I'm not even going to try and pronounce half the names again. I've tried it once. I will not try that one again. But there is the Iranian team to start against the US. I will leave that up there for the moment. As on the screen at the moment, it is showing us the England lineup with 4-2-3-1 formation for England. But yes, that is the Iranian squad on the screen right now. And that is the American starting 11. Arsenal's Matt Turner in goal, Sergino Dest, Anthony Robinson, Tim Ream, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Leeds United's Tyler Adams captains the side, Yunus Musa, Weston McKenna, Christian Pulisic, Tim Way, and Josh Sargent. So we will be covering both games for you. So get involved, keep us updated and let us know your thoughts on the game. We will be giving you all the action as it happens here. So please stick with us. As I say, I do really appreciate everyone's support. We are currently live right now on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. So if you could follow us on all those platforms, that would be fantastic. Just get rid of some of that. Yes, brilliant. So we are set to get the game underway. Waiting for the referee's whistle, but Wales will be kicking from left to right. And if my calculations are correct, England will be kicking from right to left. Both teams take the knee ahead of kickoff, and the referee is about to get us underway. He blows his whistle, and we're off. Wales start us off with the kickoff in this game. As I say, we will keep the scores updated at the bottom of the screen as they happen. So please do keep your eyes peeled. Let us know what how's your day been? How's your day been? How is everybody? Hopefully everyone is well in the chat. Tuesday evenings, usually I go and play football. Some of them have decided still to play. Some of them have said about watching it in the pub. Then it went quiet. So the pub didn't happen. However, we are here bringing you the game as it happens. It's going to be a tough one. Two local rivalries. And when people say, how is this a local derby? Well, like Gareth Southgate said in his interview, Wales is there, England's there. You don't need to look that far on a map to find both near each other. England probably going to play with more of a patient build-up in this fixture. Wales probably going to have to go all out. Danny Ward in goal for Wales, as you'd expect, after Wayne Hennessy got sent off against Iran. I say England win this, they top the group and will face Senegal in the round of 16. Jordan Henderson has it, plays it back to John Stones. Stones back to Pickford. Maguire has it now. Deep in England's half. Finds Shaw, who tries to put a move together. And it's back again. As I say, patient build-up by England. Not sure we will see goals galore in this one. I could be wrong, but I think England will just want to see this game through. A point for England is good enough for qualification. I mean, what's everybody's thoughts? What's everybody's thoughts on playing either Netherlands or Senegal? I mean, who would you rather face? Because I was on Chris's channel earlier and I watched the Netherlands against Qatar, and Qatar really did give the Netherlands a game. So it wouldn't faze me playing against them. However, England trying to come forward again now. Loses it. Bellingham has it. Turns, finds Luke Shaw. And it's back to Maguire. Ball tried to be pumped long. Still there for England. Rashford has it. And again back with Maguire. John Stones sells sells Kiefer Moore a little bit, hoping England can now apply some pressure. Luke Shaw. We get so far and then we keep playing it back to Maguire. I understand being patient, but it's just... I think Harry Maguire's touched the ball more times than anybody else in this game so far. Wales know full well not to come out of the blocks too early. If they do, there's a good chance England could capitalise. All over the top from Maguire. Rashford touches it down. I think, to be fair, I think the ball does... Did it go out of play or is that an England throw? It is. Ball did go out of play. What can Rob Page's Welsh Dragons do here against the English? Hopefully not much, but you never know in these games. Five minutes on the clock. Let's have a look what's happening in the Iran-USA game. Right, so let's see if we can get the Iran-USA game on in the background. So we've got both games to cover. So as I say, I've got on BBC iPlayer, I managed to get Iran USA on as well, but they are 2 minutes behind the Wales England game. Harry Maguire has it again. Plays the ball forward to Rashford. Bad ball by Rashford. Loses it. Aaron Ramsey has it now. Declan Rice tries to get into the face of Aaron Ramsey, but quick free kick taken from Wales. However, Ben Davies a little bit hesitant there, trying to find Dan James. And it has gone out for a throw-in. The missus is in. She says, "Hi, sorry I'm late to the party. It's hard when you have a zillion things to do. If needs be, I'll come off the stream and help. It's up to you." It is up to you. England have the ball at the back. Jordan Henderson tries to float one over. Again, we did this in the last game. We did this in the last game where we're trying to play the ball over the top, and it was dog shit. It was absolutely dog shit. And I hope full well that we can actually not do that, because when we get the ball on the floor and play football, we're actually decent. Wales try to throw something together now. Dan James can't reach that. The missus there says it all as it is. Remember to sub to the channel if you haven't already. It costs nothing. Give this video a thumbs up. She says that I deserve it, which I really appreciate. and works tirelessly to deliver top content. What's that? Top content on the road to 1K. So please help him get there. It is free. It costs nothing. So please do come show your support. Redstone is in as well. Says, come on, England. Come on, England, indeed. Let's get the job done. Let's see off the Welsh. And hopefully see them off comfortably. Harry Kane has it now. Finds Rashford. England? Oh, I thought England were going to go 1-0 up. Great save there by Danny Ward. Leicester City's Danny Ward has just saved Wales. Harry Kane played a beautiful ball into Marcus Rashford. And he's just couldn't bend the shot round Danny Ward. Danny Ward out very quick. But a first sniff at goal for Gareth Southgate's men. Naz is in as well. Hope you're well, Naz. Hope you're well. 10 minutes on the clock now. As I say, England's still trying to do something with it. And it came from us playing the ball on the floor, which is what I'd said a few minutes ago. Coming forward again, Phil Foden. Finds Kyle Walker. Can Kyle Walker get a ball in? Plays it to the edge. Henderson plays it to the back stick. Nobody there. Ball now back with Harry Maguire, who's sitting quite deep in this one. Redstone says, got my cuppa while watching this. Why not indeed? Why not? Ball with Declan Rice. Finds Luke Shaw. Anybody who can offer him a little bit of support. Back with Rice now in the centre of the park. Stones has it. Finds Kyle Walker. Trying to make a little bit of a run, but halted in his progression. Rice finds Maguire. Rashford's come deep for it and gets it. Then plays it back again. Pumped forward. Can Kyle Walker get there? Ben Davies beats him to it. Jordan Henderson plays a ball back to Jordan Pickford. No problem, Naz. No problem at all. Feel free. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So thank you. I say every man and his dog's probably covering this game on YouTube tonight. Everybody's got guests. I tried to get guests. I tried to get a Welsh fan. And the one that I asked originally he's at Centre Parks. Another one that I asked is working. Another one I asked is covering it himself as well. I asked a few people if they fancy joining as well, but they're covering it on their channels. So it's me, myself, and I. Hopefully you'll stay with us to cover this game, though. Redstone says, subscribe for England to win the World Cup. Yes, if you press subscribe, England will go on to win the World Cup. Let's hope that happens, actually. Free kick, England. Luke Shaw says to the referee, it's handball. It is handball by Nico Williams. Just showing that chance again. Harry Kane played a ball through to Rashford. And great keeping by Danny Ward. Did really well to come out and, stretch himself out there to make the save. But with 13 and a half minutes on the clock, can Luke Shaw get a good ball into the mix. Harry Kane being watched by Ethan Ampadu and Gareth Bale. But who gets there first? We shall see. Players mounting in the box. Shaw raises his arm, tries to put one into the mixer. It's to the back post. Nobody could get to it. Shot on the edge of the box by Foden and wide of the mark. Very wide of the mark. There is that, Naz. There is that. However, Mark might be coming in at full time. He says it depends on the result. We'll see how the game goes. 12 and a half minutes in the Iran-USA game. That is still at 0-0 as well. USA applying a lot of pressure to Iran. But it is England-Wales we are looking at tonight. We are still checking out both games, as I say. The missus says they look sweltering tonight already after 14 minutes in. I think it is about 25 degrees. About 25 degrees at the Al Bin Ali Stadium. And it's about 10 o'clock. I think it's about 10 o'clock at night as well in Qatar. When we kick off at 7 here, it's about 10 o'clock at night where they are. Nas says, nervous wreck. I don't know. I'm quietly confident, but then yet again, the more the time ticks down, the more the nerves will start to set in. Don't get me wrong, I would love an early goal. Would love an early goal. Redstone says Foden at least put it on target. Yeah, you'd have thought he might have done, but he didn't do well enough to get that on target. Yeah, because we cater about 3 hours behind them, so we kick off 7 p.m. UK time. So this game is kicking off 10 p.m. in Qatar. Like I say, the 10 a.m. games to us that we're playing recently, that were 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And then 1 p.m. in the afternoon for us was the 4 p.m. game. Then the 4 p.m. game for them was a 7. And then obviously our 7 o'clock is their 10 o'clock at night. So Renee says Maddison is on the bench and Danny Ward is starting. Yeah, well, Danny Ward has to start, like I say, because Wayne Hennessy was sent off in the last game. England have a free kick, though. 4 players stood around the ball. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, unless this has been something that's practiced on the training pitch. Whatever you do, just get it on bloody target. Fizzed in there to the back stick. Maguire is up, but it's already out. Is he claiming for a corner? He's claiming for a corner, but he's not going to get it. To be fair, he's got a point. I think it does come off the back of Ethan Ampadu's head. Yeah, it is evening. Yeah, might be a lot cooler. Could well be a lot cooler. No, Connor Roberts, Burnley's Connor Roberts is on the bench, and I can totally understand why as well, because the last game against Iran, he had a shocker. So I totally understand why he's been benched. Yes, Hennessy is former Burnley as well. Now third choice goalkeeper at Nottingham Forest. Well, you would say that, Rene. Anything Leicester, you would say. Ball back with Jordan Pickford. Pickford has it again. Plays a 1-2. Maguire gets it now. Will's not really applying any pressure. It's only now that they're being asked to come forward. Pickford has it again. England probably just happy enough to sit and play about with it. That's a foul. That's a foul. Kiefer Moore takes out Kyle Walker. No, to be fair, Rennie, Ramsdale's banging form for Arsenal. Pope's banging form for Newcastle. There's a former Burnley keeper as well. You know, he was good enough to play for England when he was at Burnley as well. But hey ho, you know, Gareth likes to go for his trusty Pickford, even though Everton have been hit and miss. England with a chance to come forward. Walker has it. Foden, who played the 1-2 with him. Henderson has it. Plays it back to Walker, who has to go back towards the centre circle. Maguire has it. Now with Luke Shaw, Declan Rice. Shaw again. Finds Rice, who's took the run on. Rashford, back to Shaw. Plays a ball in. Back stick. Who's there? Oh, Jordan Henderson's there on his own. Couldn't get it under control. Would have been able to get the shot away. Declan Rice has it on the edge. Can he cut inside and shoot? No, he goes wide. Plays it through to Foden. There's no one there. No one there. Where are you playing that pass, Henderson? Jeez. See what you guys are saying. Nas says he would have preferred Trippier than Kyle Walker at the back. Redstone says Hennessy's second choice for Forest, I think. It goes Henderson, Hennessy, Smith. Yeah, well could be. It well could be. And then says I would have preferred Trent over Walker and Trippier. I don't know what you're smoking, but I'll tell you something now. I'm surprised Trent Alexander-Arnold got a call up, because for me, he's bang average and shit. Or he has been for Liverpool this year. Renee says, did Arsenal get Aaron from Burnley? I can't. No. Aaron Ramsdale came from Bournemouth, I think. Free kick comes in. It's deep. Maguire can't get his head onto it. Can Marcus Rashford keep the move alive? Rashford tries to come up against Joe Allen. Takes a shot. Intercepted. Now on the edge. Kyle Walker. The referee comes straight in. Header away by Nico Williams, who drops straight to the deck. And the referee was straight over there, as it is a head injury. Which is totally understandable. Yeah, Jordan Henderson. Yeah, well, let's see what Mark says. If he comes in at the end, he comes in at the end. If he don't, he don't. But just seeing Burnley's Connor Roberts warming up there on the touchline. But powerful shot by Rashford. Nico Williams headed it. They're coming in with some power, to be fair. I'm surprised Rashford didn't even try round the keeper from that earlier chance. Yeah, came from Sheffield United, but he did play for Bournemouth as well. Kit says the Welsh players are always in the right spots when England gets near to the net. Yeah, totally agree. They are defending in numbers. Yeah, Aaron came from Sheffield United. I don't know. I don't rate Trent Alexander-Arnold. I just don't rate him. I don't know what it is. I just do not rate him at all. Still 0-0 between Iran USA as well. Coming up to 23 minutes in that game. 25 gone here. Wales 0, England 0. Phil Foden has it out wide. Walker back to Foden. Has to play it back to Walker again. Foden manages to get it through to Henderson, who's had to come wide. Maguire advances. Shaw, Rashford. He can't beat his man. And Kiefer Moore has ended up kicking it out instead of keeping it in. He was at full stretch, to be fair. I'll give him that. Nas says he thinks that Trent's carrying an injury. It's just because he sports Leicester Redstone, that's it. My stepdaughter Scarlett says she thinks it's going to be another boring game and finish 0-0 like the USA game. What's Esme say it's going to be? Because the shit ran here. Simple as that. Because the shit. They were poor, Italy, in qualification. I think they were beat to qualification by might have been by Senegal, to be fair. Yeah, that right. Italy lost to North Macedonia, which meant they didn't qualify. A little girl says 1-1. Wales coming forward now. But except as soon as I say that, they lose it. Harry Kane has it. Aaron Ramsey wins the ball off him. Jordan Henderson and Nico Williams battle for the ball. A good challenge by Aaron Ramsey there to get back on Harry Kane, but Harry Kane just doesn't have the legs. This is what pees me off about Harry Kane pushing, like coming back and dropping deep. It annoys the hell out of me, put it that way. Wales are yet to have a shot or a touch in England's box in this match. They are the only side to have neither a shot nor a touch in their opponent's box in the first half of a World Cup match in 2022. Or the only side to have had neither a shot nor a touch in the opponent's box in this World Cup tournament was between Ghana and Portugal. Dan James has gone into the book as well. So far, the rather timid Welsh Dragons are not even suggesting they may roar against the Lions. Oh. Yeah, I agree, Redstone. Kane is slow. He is slow. Half an hour gone. Half an hour gone. Wales 0, England 0. Henry's in. Hope you're well. Henry, thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate it. Phil Foden has it now. Henderson, Walker, Rice. Back with Henderson. Plays it to Foden, who's marked by Joe Rodon. Now into the centre to Harry Maguire. Maguire comes forward. Whips a ball deep, deep, deep. And he had to do that there because Luke Shaw was being marked. Great run by Harry Maguire to come forward. Just his final ball in was not that great. Nasser's can't stand Kane, pass the ball. It's frustrating to watch his Harry Kane, isn't it? It's just the fact that he can finish. He's so clinical in front of goal. Just that he spends half of his time having to get there because he's most of the time in midfield. Why are we just playing balls over the top and hoping for the best? Come on. Rene says, why don't Callum Wilson start and Kane, or is it because Southgate loves him? Well, yeah, bit of both. Bit of both. Everyone saying hi. We are all good. We're all good here. I've got the Iran game on as well. So if anybody will be keeping update on the scores between both games. Nasser's a nervous wreck. As I said, it's getting towards half time now, and we have been exactly what Redstone says. Bang average. Yeah, you can see why he's a defender. I agree with that one. Luke Shaw has it. Finds Rashford, who tries to play it to Shaw again. But this is the thing. They're not quick enough to read each other's game. Foden has it now. Rice. Henderson. Plays it out wide. Kyle Walker. Can he get a ball in? Headed away by Chris Mepham. Rene says, I don't mind a Wales win because England isn't strong. What sort of mentality is that? When it comes down to playing each other, you should not want the Welsh to win. Kate says, I fail to understand why some of these players make it to the first team. Other teams play way better in the championship than this entire England team put together. I mean, don't have to look any further than the team down the road. However, Burnley's Connor Roberts looks set to come on in this first half. 34 minutes on the clock. And it looks like Nico Williams is going to have to come off. It is painful. It is painful, I'll give you that. 32 gone in the Iran-USA game. That's still 0-0 as well. Rene, that is the understatement of the year. Yes, they are local rivals because Wales is here and England's here. They are joint at the hip. England, Scotland and Wales, when it comes to it in the tournaments, they don't like each other. Nas says a lot of players deserve a chance to get a number for England and going for the usual suspects. I agree, but too many yes men. There's too many yes men at those above. Iran have had 0 attempts in the game between them and USA. USA have had 6 attempts at goal with 2 on target. But yeah, it is still 0-0. Nico Williams is coming off here in the Wales-England fixture. And Burnley right back, Connor Roberts, comes on in this one. It's always painful. Always painful. And yeah, 2 names you can mention on a team sheet before anybody's picked. Long ball pumped into the box. Can anyone get there? Henry's watching the Iran-America game. As Kate says, they're always back England, Rene, even if they're playing awful. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Danny Ward about to take this goal kick for Wales. 36 minutes, just coming up to 37. And both sides, I'd have to say England have started the brighter, but that said, I've got nothing to show for it. Can England counter now as Wales push men forward? Henderson, Rashford, Walker, Rashford, cuts in, turn, shot by Foden, and over the bar. Good pressure there, good pressure. Foden gets it, turns, swivels on the ball, takes the shot, and it curls high and wide. He has sense. I'm sure we'll see James Maddison at some point. Wales come forward. Aaron Ramsey. Joe Allen tries to shoot from range. Declan Rice intercepts. Marcus Rashford can steal a march here on this near side. Cuts inside 2. Plays it back to Declan Rice. Henderson has it. Plays it up to Kyle Walker. Foden. Tries to find Kane. Not strong enough. Marcus Rashford with the overhead kick. Ball came in early. It was headed up. And Rashford connects with it. Connor Roberts couldn't get there in front of him. And it's wide of the mark. England close again. They are knocking on the door. At the moment, nobody is answering. Redstone says Foden again, really. Redstone also says, I'm off. See you later. No problem. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Nobody knows why Southgate makes the decisions he does. Pardon me. England come forward again. Rashford tries to play it into Kane, and it's intercepted by Connor Roberts. And Henry has said in the other game, and I have just seen it, Pulisic is down injured, but America are 1-0 up. Pulisic sticks himself in there right into the danger zone. They're going to look at it, but Pulisic is down, must have really hurt himself. Corner here in this game. Foden whips it into the back stick. Stones headers to the edge. No one there. Ball tried to play back in. Can Kyle Walker beat his man to it? And it's another corner because Ben Davies heads it out. So Gino Dest plays in for Pulisic. It's a great goal, but he's clattered the keeper. And USA are 1-0 up against Iran. Another corner in the England game. Header up by Mepham. Yes, Henry says there, 1-0 America. And it was Christian Pulisic. I agree, Naz. We could do with a goal before the end of the first half. 41 on the clock. I will update that score in a moment. Cases part of me is like, go Connor Roberts. The other half of me is like, screw you, Connor Roberts. You've got to say it is. You've got to say it is. As it stands, England top the group with 5. USA would be on 5 and be joining England in the round of 16. Henry says it there. England and America could go through if it stays like this on 5 points. Let's update that scoreline then, as there is a goal in it. Obviously, the USA have given us something to shout about in Group B. Christian Pulisic is now back on his feet. Whether he will have to go off is a different situation, but I wonder whether they'll sub him or not. 40 on the clock in that game, 40 coming up 43 in this Wales-England affair. As it stands in Iran versus USA, even if Wales were to win against England, they would not qualify. Let's see if he gets on the pitch, Renee. Let's see. Harry Kane has it. Declan Rice finds Luke Shaw. Finds Bellingham. Tries to cut in to Shaw again, who still has it. Players need to communicate. Players need to talk. Shaw, Bellingham. And it's another England corner. Connor Roberts does well to deal with Bellingham, who was trying to cut in. But the thing is with England, they're not talking, they're not reading each other's game well enough. They're not communicating. Foden with the corner. Trying to find Harry Maguire, but the Wales players doubling, trebling up on the big centre-back. Walker, Rice, back to Walker again. John Stones has it. Luke Shaw looks up, tries to see if there's a man available to pick out the pass. Over Stones tries to go long to Henderson out wide, but bad ball nowhere near him. No problem in it, no problem at all. He well could do. Well could do, but like I say, it's if we see him, it's if Gareth Southgate decides Maddison is the man to bring on. 5 minutes has been added on to this first half. Harry Kane has it at the halfway line. Why a striker that deep, I do not know. Baffles me, but hey, we move. And Kyle Walker takes a swipe at Dan James, and Wales have a free kick. Still in the opening 43 in Iran, USA. Just coming up 44, so we will be able to let you know how much is added on in that one as well. Nas says, come on, we need that one goal before the first half. We do. We do. Wales will be happy with this result. It's a point on the board. And yes, okay, they don't qualify, but it's a point they never had in a World Cup they've not been to in many, many years. However, let's upset that. Harry Kane has it deep. Shaw has it. Pulls it back. Nobody there again. For God's sake, England. Kane tries to cut in and shoot. Takes a deflection. Corner for England. We've hit 45 in the Iran-USA game as well. So just awaiting how much time has been added on in that one. Five minutes added on in that one as well. 5 minutes added on between Iran and USA. But England, corner, Foden floats one into the mix. Stones is up. And Danny Ward collects. It took a deflection, actually. I'm not sure whether it was John Stones who headed it. I think it's come off John Stones and Joe Rodon that were battling for it. It may have been not Ethan Ampadu was down, but he's back on his feet. It was Ampadu, sorry, battling with John Stones for that header. Yeah, if we finish top, we will face Senegal in the round of 16. If we finish second, then we face the Netherlands. Yeah, we are passing it around okay, but as soon as we get forward, we slow down. There's no urgency. It looks like everyone's only just started playing. A few changes second half, Nas says as well. Formation one, because this ain't working. No, something's definitely got to change. Connor Roberts fires a throw in into the mix. Joe Allen has it, shoots, and it's wide as it curls away. It's just typical after all that England pressure that Wales come and have a bite of the cherry. But it is half time. I nearly said full time. Getting ahead of myself. It is half time between Wales and England, and it is currently 0-0. Still 2 minutes left to cover in the Iran-USA game as well. Remember, the Iran-USA game I am watching on our player, so we may just be a minute or so behind. But it is Iran 0, USA 1. And as we said, as it stands, England will top the group due to that goal difference of +4 and 5 points. USA will be in second on the scores at the moment with 5 points, but a goal difference of 1. Iran and Wales set to bounce out. It can all change. It can all change. You know, England need to do something in this one. They really, really do. Coming towards half-time in Iran versus USA as well. Keeper has it. Matty Turner of Arsenal. Interception. All over the top for Anthony Robinson. Can he pick a man out at the back? Stick defended, but still America come forward. Can Iran get this away? At 1-0, Iran will still fancy their chances. However, America are all over them. The US are farting tooth and nail. I say not far off the stroke of half-time in this one. Robinson plays it in to the mix. I think, is it Josh Sargent? Has it out wide. Ball pinged out to Sergino Dest. Headed away and Iran come forward now. Referee surely got to blow that whistle at some point. He's played 50 seconds over the 5. I'm not sure what's going on here, but maybe a little bit added on for, I don't know, maybe a small injury. But America come forward now. Ball in the centre. Weston McKennie plays a ball in behind. Tim Way hits it for 2-0. Oh, the flag's gone up. I think the flag has gone up. The flag's gone up for offside. I'm sure it will be reviewed. He's onside. He's onside. For me, he's onside. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. How have they not even looked back at that? The game continues. It's still 1-0. The referee has blown for half-time, but for me, that should have been a second goal. I'm sure Tim Way is onside when the ball's played. Very, very suspicious. That for me, when it showed the replay, I thought he was onside. I thought he was onside. We are at half time in both games. Henry's put in the chat as well, 2-0 Americans, and I felt it was sure a goal. To be fair, looking at it, I thought it was a goal, but they're saying it was offside. For me, I didn't think it was. I really didn't think it was. The England game, going back to that, a little stat for you as well. We have only conceded 4 first-half goals in our last 31 matches in all competitions. Wales have scored just 2 first-half goals in their last 10 internationals. So if there is anything to go by, we should hope that this second half will open up and give us something to shout about. We will be back very, very soon. Just going to nip to the bathroom to obviously do what a man's got to do. And we will be back for the second half with stats on both games when we return. So stay tuned, and we will be bringing you the second half and those stats very shortly. Thanks for watching so far. Welcome back. And yeah, I mean, I think I did something more exciting when I went for a pee than this England game has had, to be fair. It's screaming out for a goal, and fingers crossed we will get one very, very soon. Looking at the stats from the game, well, let's summarise that first half. An unambitious Wales side, really. Have been met in this game. England have controlled it so far in Al Rayyan, and without often threatening to break the deadlock, though. That's the only problem. The Welsh Dragons have prioritised a steadfast defence today, though they conceded one good chance from which Ward kept out Marcus Rashford. And they're still very much in the game at 0-0. In the other Group B fixture, obviously USA are leading Iran. So if the score stays the same, then Wales will need to do the unthinkable and score 4. And that remains the longest of long shots in a long time. England have only conceded 4 first-half goals in their last 31 matches in all competitions, while Wales have scored just 2 first-half goals in their last 10 internationals. Looking at the Iran game then, the first half was all US of A. The Americans much more aggressive and progressive on the ball. Iran unable to get out of their own half as the United States created several chances. They were eventually awarded for their efforts after Pulisic's close-range strike. Tim Weah thought he had doubled the lead just on the brink of half-time, but he was marginally offside. Iran failed to have a single shot in the opening half, becoming just the 4th side to not register a shot in the first half of a game at this 2022 World Cup. The other teams are Costa Rica, Saudi Arabia, and Ghana. But also the US attempted 9 shots in the opening 45, which is more than they managed in the first half during their games against England or Wales. And Iran's failed single shot in the first half of a World Cup game. Their failed attempts for a single shot in the first half of a World Cup game. It's the first time this has happened for them in their history, that they failed to register a single shot in the first half. The England players are back out and ready to get this second half underway. Looking at the stats, as I say, 9 shots for England. Wales only had the 2. England had 2 shots on target to Wales' 0. England have had 75% of their possession in that first half as well. We are underway for the second half as well. So we have absolutely bossed it in terms of possession. And we have had 4 corners in the game as well. Stats for Iran, USA, 0 shots on target for Iran as well, which we have just mentioned. 9 shots for the Americans with 3 on target, and America with 61% of the possession to Iran's 39. However, we will be keeping you updated with the Iran-USA score, so do obviously stay with us for that. We are predominantly covering Wales-England, as obviously I'm English, so why wouldn't I cover England, to be fair? But Torstein's in. Hope you are well, sir. He says, every England team is disgustingly boring to watch, and I could not agree more. We have done everything in terms of knocking on the door, but nothing concrete as of yet. All out wide with Henderson. Wales now potentially going to have to come out and bring their A game. They probably have seen the score between Iran and USA at halftime, so they know full well they will have it all to do. Aaron Ramsey tries to get a ball over the top, and the referee gives a foul by Brennan Johnson. Oh, Luke Shaw. Brennan Johnson must have come on in that second half. I didn't see that substitution happening. But yes, Brennan Johnson came on for Gareth Bale, as Bale has come off injured. So Brennan Johnson, the Nottingham Forest man, is his replacement for that second half. Is there been any subs in Iran USA at half time? I'm not sure we've got back underway in that one just yet. That would be a no. As I say, England now kicking from left to right. Wales now kicking right to left. We are soon to get the second half underway for Iran USA. But here we await a goal at the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. And he says subs coming on for Iran and America. I say I'm just a little bit behind on that game, just because obviously watching on the iPlayer. So, but there is, you are right, there is subs. Brendan Aronson looks set to come on for the US. As Henry says there, Pulisic is off. I guess he took a nasty knock in that one. And Iran, Sadar Azmoun has come off. And the Brentford man, Godos, is on for the Iranians. So yes, Saman Godos, the Brentford man, has come on for Iran. Wales. Leeds, Brendan Aronson is on in midfield for Pulisic, the goal scorer. However, England have a free kick in dangerous territory. Let's hope we can get a goal in this one. Henderson steps away. Who's taking this? Rashford looks like he may step up and take it. It's over the wall. It's shot and it's a goal! England 1, Wales 0. And it's Marcus Rashford from the set piece. Great free kick from Marcus Rashford. Danny Ward. Daddy Ward? What am I on about? Danny Ward, well beaten. He's annoyed at himself, the Leicester goalkeeper, but England have that goal advantage. Happy for Marcus Rashford. Got to be happy for Marcus Rashford. But finally, England break the deadlock. I'm a lot better now, Torstein. I'm a lot better now. The ball goes through everybody in that free kick. Goes through everybody. Danny Ward can get nowhere near it. And Marcus Rashford rattles the back of the net. England 1, Wales 0. Wales look like they will be going out. However, Harry Kane has it. Ball pumped across the box. It's 2! It's 2! It's 2! Jesus Christ, what the heck is happening? Shocking defending by Wales. Shocking defending. And Harry Kane steals a march. Plays the ball along the back. Phil Foden comes running in at pace and finishes the move off comfortably. England 2-0 up against Wales. We said we needed to be stronger in the second half. We have come out all guns blazing. I was not expecting this. Not expecting this. Nobody could get to it. Mepham reacted, didn't think anyone's there. Foden just has to simply tap it in at the back post. And England have their second. As Kate says, if you're new here, remember to hit that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up because it really does help with getting this video notified. And also, as I say, subscribe to the channel. That's what we want you to do. England with that 2-goal advantage now. With 52.5 minutes on the clock. Henry's watching the Iran and USA game and says he's surprised that, and there's a George Way. Tim Way is still playing. He's missed so many good chances. Naz says, goal, get in. And then copies it again, because why the heck not? Kate said he's been desperate for that goal as Foden since the first half. You could see he was looking for it. But I totally agree, Naz. We have turned the game on its head. This is amazing. Kate says Harry Kane got a wedger. Henry says, I'm guessing Bale is going to retire now. You'd probably think so. You would probably think so. Did not expect us to start this second half as we have done. Marcus Rashford opens the scoring by scoring his first direct free kick goal for England in his 49th cap. It is also the first direct free kick to be scored at the 2022 World Cup. And then after some very, very shoddy defending for Wales, Harry Kane steals the ball, plays a ball along the box. Nobody thought that there was an England player in sight. And Phil Foden went and tapped it in at the back stick. There were just 98 seconds between each goal. It looks like England will face off against Senegal in the round of 16. But Wales having their chances now, having a good few attempts. Still 1-0 to the USA against Iran. I say England will top the group on 7 points. A USA win against Iran means they qualify. If Iran turn it round, Iran qualify. A draw will not be good enough for Iran. USA would still come through on goal difference. Okay, says when he fell over, his pants went right up his back. Wasn't being a perv. I agree with that, Naz. We need to keep that same mentality going forward, although we are readying 2 substitutions. Kyle Walker has played just shy of 57 minutes. And Trent Alexander-Arnold comes on for Kyle Walker. Harry Kane comes off as well. Minutes given to Callum Wilson. And also Declan Rice makes way for Manchester City's Calvin Phillips. So 3 subs used by Gareth Southgate on the stroke of the 58th minute. And you'd like to think this is job done for England in terms of qualification. Kate says Wales are trying too hard to get something from this. Now they are, but they have to. Cymru get battered everywhere they go. Cymru get battered everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Come on, England. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Probably are resting them. Especially when a lot of people have been saying Kane looks knackered anyway. Great free kick by Rashford. It's showing it again. Fantastic free kick. Good to see Rashford back on the score sheet. The England fans in fine voice. Another substitution for Wales as Ben Davies comes off and Joe Morrell is on in his place. Who are you? Who are you? "11 shots for England, 4 on target, 3 shots for Wales with 1 on target." Let's not let this slip. Let's not let this slip. Still 1-0 between Iran and USA. Iran are getting a little bit more forward in the game. As I say, it can all change in terms of who finishes second. All it takes is Iran to win the game against USA, and they come through with us. I think we can say goodbye to Wales now, though. Nah, definitely not. No one's saving that. About time. It's about time, isn't it? Wales 0, England 2. 60 minutes gone. Half an hour left to play. Henderson has it. That's a foul. That's a booking as well. That's a booking for Aaron Ramsey. Thank you, everybody, for the support, for joining this watch along. I really do appreciate every single one of you. So thank you very, very much. Doesn't look great for Jordan Henderson. He's back on his feet. I think Ramsey knows as well. I think Ramsey knows that he's hurt him there. Yeah, he is. He is hobbling a bit, Henry. But I do think it's that old cliche. Will he run it off? Will he run it off? Now a challenge on Joe Roden. Well, it's not much of a challenge. They've both jumped up for the ball. And Joe Roden's headed the back of Callum Wilson's head. But I do agree with Naz. Tempers are flying around for the Welsh. They are trying to take it out on us, aren't they? It's a case of they know full well they're not going to qualify. So they just think, let's be arseholes. Let's injure as many of them as we can possibly do. Ridiculous. Redonkulous. Still 1-0 USA in that game as well. Come on, England. Go grab a third. Yeah, I agree. I think Foden should start next game. He looks lively, doesn't he? They've not, Henry, no. They haven't at all. Another England substitution. This time, Luke Shaw is coming off, which means Kieran Trippier will be coming on and playing at left back. No, they didn't. They didn't. That's what I mean. I think when we face tougher opposition, we're going to struggle. I'm hoping that we're sort of holding back. So when we do face the bigger teams, we're just on them. Absolutely on them for 90 minutes. Anthony says, I'm loving it. Wales coming forward. Connor Roberts has it. Having a battle with Trent. Plays the ball to the centre. Wales trying to come forward. Played back to Danny Ward, who has to pump long under the pressure from Callum Wilson. And the ball is back with Danny Ward again. They do, Naz. Home again. Wales back home again. If Mark's coming in, then yes. It depends if he comes in. I'm not entirely sure if he will. I will have to see. "66 minutes on the clock. England still 2-0 up. Let's see what people are saying on Twitter about the game. People are asking anyone see what happened to Ben Davies. Birmingham Live have said Phil Foden has arrived and Marcus Rashford. Take a bow. "25th of September 2018, Phil Foden scored his first senior goal for Manchester City. It's 3-0. It's 3-0. Marcus Rashford with his second of the game. And Danny Ward. In fact, Rene, where are you? Where are you? I'm calling you out, Rene. I am calling you out. Danny Ward, legend. He said, Danny Ward has just pulled a Rob Green. Trent, play the ball back. Ball played over the top. He's definitely onside, is Marcus Rashford. Touches it down. Cuts back inside. Takes a touch. And curls straight through the legs. Danny Ward's got down to save it. But oh my word. It's hit the inside of Danny Ward's leg. And it's in for 3. Apparently, Henry, the stadiums are going to be torn down, apart from the Khalifa International Stadium, which was there before the World Cup started. But apparently, from what I'm hearing, they built so I think it was someone in the chat said that there was They were built like Lego a little bit, so they're going to be pulled apart and removed. Henry says, "Oh dear me, Iran should have scored then." Kate says, "Yes." Chris says, "Can we all just say congratulations to Wales on a wonderful achievement? 1 point, 1 goal, which was a penalty, and finishing bottom. Unbelievable." Calvin Phillips takes the assist for the Marcus Rashford goal. Let's update that score as well, because we haven't yet. But it is Wales 0, England 3. And in the other game, it is Iran 0, USA 1. "70 minutes on the clock." Let's again see what people are now saying. Somebody called Grace on Twitter has said, "Rashford is truly an excellent football player. Proud of these goals." Someone called Rich has said, "Rashford, leading scorer for England." Someone called Goonersville has said, "Is Danny Ward a fan that won a competition?" New Bayard has said, "Rashford doing his best Mbappe impression." England come forward again. Callum Wilson plays it to Rashford, who shoots. Danny Ward actually makes a save this time. Sam on Twitter says, "There's no one I'd like to see succeed more than Marcus Rashford. Great role model and a fantastic player." Corner to England. Let's not forget Marcus Rashford is a doctor as well. He's got a doctorate, hasn't he? So Dr. Rashford, Dr. Marcus Rashford. Phil Foden gets the ball into the mix, straight into the hands of Danny Ward. TalkSport have said that Marcus Rashford has scored England's 100th goal at the World Cup finals. But it is 3-0. Fantastic stuff. England's 100th World Cup goal, scored by Marcus Rashford, making them the 7th nation to reach that total. Gary Lineker has scored 10% of those goals with 10 out of 100. But who's to say that Rashford cannot go on and equal that feat? Phil Foden was down. He's back to his feet now. Back in the mix defending. Like I said, there is a few things. There's a few things online. I've seen that. And I've seen what they've said about upper tiers and things like that. But whether it actually does come off, I mean, they have the money, don't they, Qatar? I just hope that some of these stadiums do not go to waste. England have it again. Henderson. Trent now has it. Back with John Stones. Plays it back to Pickford. Yeah, I don't know why people were criticising Rashford. For me, Rashford was very, very, very deserving of his chance after his recent performances at Manchester United. He sort of, regained some of his form, and I totally agree that he should have been included. Jack Grealish is set to come on, however, for the aforementioned Marcus Rashford. No chance for Rashford to grab his hat-trick. However, minutes in the legs for Manchester City's Jack Grealish. And a little moment there between Southgate and Rashford as they embraced each other. This is one of them what made it a 5-star hotel and a sports hospital. Yeah, that's what I mean. So I think no matter what they do with it, I think they'll put it to good use. Not like how Chris mentioned about, South Africa and the fact that they wasted, the stadiums that they had. Funnily enough, Chris is there. Here he is. It's coming home, he says. I'll tell you who is going home. Good old Cymru, Wales themselves. Will be on their way home. Tail between their legs, but should still be very happy at the fact that they managed to qualify for a tournament in a long, long time. Dan James comes off. Harry Wilson has come on for Wales. Still 1-0 between Iran, USA. England with another chance. And Foden misses. It was played in by Bellingham. Oh, Wilson, sorry. It's played. Bellingham took the shot. Probably would have scored if he didn't get the deflection from Chris Mepham. And then Foden tried to have a second stab at it, but the shot was taken away from him by Joe Rodon. Chris says he raided Mark's channel at 2-0. Concede, swear, and repeat. I'm sure Mark is going to be very, very on song with his colourful language about this one. Now says, hi, Chris, who are you? In fact, let's message Mike and just see if he does fancy coming on at the end of this game. Just got 78 minutes on the clock. Wales have had 4 attempts on goal and 1 on target. England have had 16 attempts at goal with 7 on target. I've just loaded up Twitter and Southgate out is trending. I'm not entirely sure why. But, I mean, it seems no matter what this England team do, a lot of people will be shouting Southgate out. I bet you are, Chris. I'm just glad the game has come to life in this second half. I am very glad that the game has come to life because it needed it. It needed it big time. Henry says 76 minutes here. I'm guessing that's between Iran and USA. No, it's mostly England fans, Kate. You'll be surprised. It is mostly England fans. And I don't know why. Well, let's sign in and see if Mark wants to join us at full time. He may not. He may be sulking. Let's sign in and drop him a message anyway. Do. Grealish has it. 80 minutes on the clock. Foden. Back with Harry Maguire. Let's drop the link to Mike to see if he fancies coming in at full time. Torstein says there is going to be England-Senegal in the knockout stage at the World Cup on Sunday. It is indeed. It certainly is. Free kick to Wales. 82 on the clock. Henry, are you still watching Iran against America? I don't think Mark will be joining us, to be fair. Free kick wasted for Wales. Right, try if you can, Henry, try keep us up to date with it because the stream that I had seems to have crashed for on the iPlayer. It seems to have crashed. So if you could, that would be great. That would be great if you can keep us updated. Thank you. So not entirely sure whether Mark will join us or not. He thinks that we're going to take the mick, but I've told him that I wouldn't. I want to ask him some serious questions about, Wales's chances of qualification for the next one. Still being proud of qualifying, etc. It would be good to at least still, have a chat, dissect the game. Like I say, whether he joins or not is a different question, but we shall see. Yes, I am. I am watching the. I am watching the England Wales game on the telly. However, I did have Iran USA on the iPlayer, but it seemed to have crashed. Shot for Wales. Kiefer Moore on the edge. Can't get his shot away. Really does well to cut inside. Takes too much thought process behind it and can't wrap his foot round it well enough. Joe Allen had to go off with injury on the 81st minute, 5 minutes ago now. And Ruben Colwill came on to replace him in that move. 3 minutes left of the normal 90. England have to be very, very happy with this second half performance. Yeah, it is Naz. It is Naz, yeah. As you can imagine, 3-0 down against England, probably not a happy bunny. So I have said to him that I will not be taking the mick. I will just be asking. I will get my journalistic head on and ask proper questions about his thoughts. One minute left of the 90. Wales 0. England 3. Don't feel bad, Naz. Don't feel bad. You got no reason to feel bad. Can England grab a fourth? Ball in behind. Can Callum Wilson keep this move alive? Played back to Trent. Tries to play an early ball in. 4 minutes added on. Can England grab a fourth? Throw in to England. Connor Roberts. Oh, is it a corner? Or is he given the corner or has he gone for a throw in? I think he's given the corner. Foden plays a ball in. It's deep to the back stick. Maguire back across. Header up. And a save by Danny Ward. Ball goes deep. Maguire heads it back across. He's missed everybody and Stones hits it. Does Danny Ward get a hand to this? I think he might not do, to be fair. I think it's just gone over. But another England chance goes begging. No, I know we do, Naz. I know we do. I just think, obviously, the manner of the defeat against a national rival. Sometimes can be a bitter pill to swallow. Guys, can I just say massive, massive thank you to everybody for the love and support. Really do appreciate it. If you could, as we are live on Facebook, Twitch and YouTube, please drop us a like on the video, especially over on our YouTube page. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and also hit that notification bell when you want to be notified about when we are next live. We will be covering the games tomorrow as well. Thursday, I won't be able to cover the 3 o'clock ones, but I will be able to cover the 7 o'clock games. And Friday, I'm going to potentially try and cover both, all 4 games that day. I just need to sort them out and get them uploaded. But yes, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because that really does help. And also drop a like. Really would appreciate that. I don't know how on earth Stones missed that. It was easier to score than miss, Naz. One minute left. 1 minute left of this one. See if I can get the iPlayer back on just to be able to bring you the rest of Iran USA once this one finishes. Throwing for England. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Can he find anybody here? Plays it into the centre. Grealish has it. Finds Henderson. Henderson gets a ball over. But that is it. That is it. Another clean sheet for England. Another clean sheet for England. Wales are out of the World Cup. Wales are out of the World Cup. However, England will face Senegal in the round of 16. As Henry says, 9 minutes added in the game between Iran and USA. We will continue with that game now. I've got the stream back up. So if anything does happen, it may be too little too late for Iran. As it stands, the USA will go on to face the Netherlands in the round of 16. Unless Iran pull out 2 late goals here to turn the tie in the group. Iran trying to come forward, ball into the box, headed away. Iran seeing a lot of the ball trying to come forward. Ball played in, drops. Is the ref going to give a free kick? I don't think he is. Iran throwing everything at it. I'm not being funny. They're throwing themselves to the ground as well. Throwing themselves to the ground. Very, very softly. However, the referee has been bought by that one. He's not Anthony, but we're not going to rip the piss either. We're going to just, talk professionally about the game. And about Wales' tournament. Yeah, I would have rather played Netherlands and Senegal, to be fair. Three minutes played of the added 9 between Iran and USA. Ball back now with the Iranian defenders. Everyone for Wales stood clapping and showing their support to the red wall that has travelled in numbers to Qatar. Some people, yes. Some people, it is a bitter pill to swallow, as I said, Anthony. So right now, I'm just going to be professional about it. Really appreciate that, Torstein. He says, good show today, Dan. Thank you very, very much indeed. I said we will be covering more of these games as well. We'll be covering the majority of the group stage games as well. I'll hopefully be back for the games on Saturday. But I am helping a friend of the family move house. So I'll be doing that first thing in the morning and hopefully be able to bring you both games on Saturday as well. We shall see. As Henry says there, 3 minutes to go in the Iran-USA game. just showing the goals back now. Rashford's free kick. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow, Naz. As I said, I will be covering both games tomorrow with a bit of luck. And then on Thursday, I won't be able to cover the 2 games at 3 o'clock. But I will be able to bring you the 7 o'clock games. It's just shown the reaction at the Box Park in Wembley, London. Beers in the air, celebration as England qualify top of the group. Anthony says, England, get in. Kate says, get in. And he says, which of the underdogs do you think has been the best in the World Cup? I'll be honest, a lot of even fans of the US, you know, people from the US, from America, even said that they don't think they'll qualify out the group. And there's a very good chance that they may do that. As they're still waiting for Mark to come in. If Mark does come in, just a couple of stats post-match as well. Marcus Rashford's second goal was England's 100th scored at the World Cup. It also made him just the second Manchester United player to score 3+ goals for the Three Lions at a major tournament after Bobby Charlton, would you believe, in the 1966 World Cup. Wales are winless in their last 8 games in all competitions, losing more games in this run than they did in their first 23 under Rob Page. And England have finished top of their World Cup group for the first time since 2006, when they were eventually eliminated by Portugal at the quarter-final stage. And we all remember what happened that day, don't we, boys and girls? We do remember that one. Of course, Ronaldo would have to have a mention in there, wouldn't he? Can't go a game without getting a mention. Naz says, wow, seeing the reactions in Cardiff and Croydon, yeah, it has been epic. I mean, we will bring Mike in. Mike, I totally understand the frustration at the result, the performance levels, really. But still, as a Welshman, you've got to be proud of the fact that in your lifetime, you have witnessed your country play in a World Cup finals.
It's not just the World Cup, Dan. It's Euro 2016. I've just recorded a video for my channel, and I've not even had a go in any of the video. And do you know what? You know, it's no point to rage. Yes, I was raging in the watch along, but that's in the moment. Now I've had time to sit back and really take it in. That's why I come onto your channel, because I know you're not just gonna rip in. You just want honest and respectable opinions. I just think that if you'd have told me 15 years ago, when I started going to Wales game at the age of 5, 6, that now we've been at 3 of the last 4 major tournaments, I would have laughed. I would have absolutely laughed, because we were getting beat by Romania, beat by Greece in awful games. We were 1-0 down against Andorra in 2014 with 10 minutes to go. Bale had to save us there. I'm just so proud of these bunch of players, to Brennan Johnson, to Gareth Bale, to Ramsey. I sort of take away the bad performances that they've had in this tournament and just sit back and think, do you know what? Like, I never thought, like you said yourself, Dan, I never thought I would watch my team play 3 games, or watch my country play 3 games at a World Cup. And that just saying that Wales have played at a FIFA World Cup, just saying that just really does just send shivers down my back. And I'm sure we will come back stronger. We've got, well, that's our motto, together stronger. You saw no offense, Dan, or to any English people watching, but you saw the difference between the two teams. England win off the pitch. Wales, I know we're out, so maybe that might sway it, but run straight to the fans. No fans left the ground. They're still there. A, enjoying the moment, and B, just, showing their appreciation, because, those players out there have probably they've definitely give me the best 3 games of my life, and they've probably give a lot of them in that ground the best game of their life.
Definitely. I mean, the Red Wall travelled in numbers, didn't it? They knew full well that this could be, without disrespect, could be, who knows when it would happen again, But you've got to say it. You've said there, the likes of Brennan Johnson, the likes of obviously Joe Roden's still quite young as well. Chris Mepham is still in there, probably around 26 years old. So he's still got years in him as well.
You've got obviously not Levi, Ruben Colwell coming off the bench. Someone put out on Twitter the other day, actually, a Wales fan page, and they've actually managed to get a few. They've managed to get in a few post-match press match interviews, so that they are reliable. And they were just saying, "Night, Henry." They were just saying, like you look at the squad, and there's still a lot of people, a lot of players playing in this World Cup that will be there in North America. Sorry, if we make it, of course. And that's just maybe even happier. Iran 0, USA 1. So it meant even if we would have won, we'd have been eliminated anyway. But
Naz says there, they put Wales back on the map.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the first 15, 20 minutes, it was like can we? Because I thought we were trying. We looked. I don't know. I think a lot of it is down to pressure. I'm just seeing some of the goals that you've scored. The free kick, I'm not too sure whether that's a free kick or not, but the Foden one, it's well worked down the right hand side. Just no one picks him up. I believe the Rashford goal again, Danny Ward, you can't get beat at your near post. It is a tough one to take. I mean, especially, I said in the watch-along, especially losing to England. If it was we lose to USA and we get knocked out, be like, okay, I'm annoyed, but it is what it is. I still think that I don't think these players will beat themselves. That they seem like a very sort of togetherness team, and they'll probably look back at it and think. So I know what some of them are like. Even someone in the chat will know what the likes of Gareth Bale's like. He's a winner, so he will be pissed off. Sorry, with the performance that he's had in this World Cup, and he'll be the first one to admit that. We've got to go again. We've got World Cup qualifiers in March, European Championship qualifiers in March. We've got a quite a favourable group to get out of that to go to Germany. So it is what it is. You've got to take defeats lightly, and I hate to say this line, but I've got to take the banter now. I dished it out. I've got to take it. So it is. The thing is,
though, it is one of them, like you say, that banter is going to come because it's two nations close, that are very close in proximity. But the experience you take from this competition going forward is going to be massive. Like you said, they ran straight to the Red Wall. They were straight up there, saluting every single one of them, giving them a round of applause. No fan will be going home upset, really, will they? Because, there was no expectation going into it. So to come out of it, with a bit of experience in this tournament has to be the key moment.
Yeah, and Danny Gabardon said it in commentary that there'll still be a lot of these Welsh fans that are out there that will stay for the tournament because they've enjoyed themselves and they felt sort of like that. We probably could have got out of this group. I mean, you look back at that USA game, the second half, if we'd have won that, as if buts and maybes. The tournament's, I don't want to say brutal, but we're gone. We're out. The tournament's over. But, it is a tough one. It really is a tough one. I hate to say it, but, it is what it is. You can't cover it up. We're out. We're gone. But,
I mean, does that spell the end for Gareth Bale and players like him and Aaron Ramsey, or do you think players like that will just say, I don't care how old I am, if I get the call, I get the call?
Yeah, Bale, I'm not too sure if you heard this in the press conference ahead of this game. The reporter said to Gareth Bale, worst case scenario, is this your last Wales cap basically, and he just answered no. So he's not even thinking about leaving Wales. And oh, fuck off, Anthony. You can PayPal it to me, mate. You still owe it to me. I'm not going to let you get off with that. But no, I'm actually proud of them. I am, because they're talking to Dan James now, and normally I'd be like, oh, for God's sake, but they tried. They've never had this experience, Dan, and like you said, this will make or break them. This will be like shit, we are not at this level, or it will be like, right, we weren't at the level this time. We've got 3.5 years to really push on and make it. I think will Bale be 36, maybe 37 at the next World Cup? So that maybe is one last dance. He's spending time in America, Dan. We're going to be in America for the next World Cup. It just makes sense to stay over there for a couple of years. It's a slow league. No disrespect to the MLS. Take your time with it. Get a couple of seasons where you bag 15, 20 goals. And like Ian Rush said, Gareth Bale could be the one that passes the torch on to the new generation, and what a player to do that thing.
Definitely. Mark, thank you very much for coming on. I'm going to get Connor on. Obviously, he's going to be in a celebratory mood. It's hard. It's hard to go from one to the other, but I can totally understand. Mark, just enjoy the rest of it. Our
Come on, Senegal.
I knew you would. Give a shout out to your channel before you do one.
Yeah, like I said, my great grandmother, everyone, is Senegalese. She's an absolute legend. So I will be cheering on Senegal. So Mike Green on YouTube. I'm just editing a video that I'm going to be premiering at 9:30, and it's just my raw reaction of Wales' elimination out of the World Cup. No ranting, so you don't actually hear me rant. I know obviously people will want that, but it's just basically saying that discussing it. I'm gonna have to quickly pause this because I want to hear what Rob Page says. So yeah, it'll just be me discussing the tournament, and obviously the debate about Rob Page, because there's so many Welsh men and women on Twitter saying Page out, which I can totally understand. But Mike Green on YouTube. Big up to Dan for getting me on, and even more big up for being a respectable Englishman in victory over Wales. So thank you even more for that, Dan, for not taking the piss.
No, not a problem. I'll give it a few days before I start doing it, but no, I'm sure by that point it'll have been forgotten about and moved on. Thanks again, Mark. Please do go check out Mark's channel. As I say, he is premiering a video at 9:30, so do go and show your support for that. But yeah, cheers, Mark. Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
I'll speak to you soon, pal.
Catch you later, bud. Cheers.
See you in a bit. And from anguish to elation.
First of all, Mike,
Connor, you must be well happy.
Mike, you fucking soccer prick. Come on. I have no problem taking the piss. Soccer, all of Wales, do not care. We didn't lose a single match. Drew Wales.
No?
So two cool facts that I love. We didn't let up an open play goal the entire group stage.
Wow.
And we have won 9 in a row when Pulisic scores. In all competitions,
I thought your second goal should have stood.
It was apparently they're saying his knee was this much offside.
What, about like a hair on his kneecap away?
Basically, half of his kneecap was offside, so they marked it off. No, I've had a good cry. I cried when the full-time whistle blew because it's been a long 8 years. Missing the last World Cup after losing to Trinidad and Tobago, and then having it come down to this. Had a good cry. Gonna go to the bathroom after I'm done here because I was so focused. I haven't been away from this spot watching the match since it kicked off. I didn't even get up at half. I was still here just losing my mind. And we might be without our best player, even still going into the round of 16 tomorrow.
Definitely. I mean, Netherlands next up for you guys.
Winnable game. If we can draw with England, we can beat the fucking Dutch. You know what? Here's the thing. I was completely okay with us going out in the group stages because I thought, you know what? We had a midfielder today, Yunus Musa. Today was his 20th birthday. He turns 20 today.
Yeah.
And he's starting for Valencia and going into the round of 16 with the team. I was fine with us going out. 4 years from now, everybody's in their prime. We had an average, our squad today, the youngest starting 11 in the entire World Cup. Average age of 24 years old. So in 4 years, our entire starting 11 that started this game are all in their prime. 27, 28, 26. We have a goalie coming up who's 18 who just went to Chelsea for $13 million, who's supposed to be the best one we have, the best goalie. He's on pace right now. He's being called the best U.S. goalie of all time if he keeps going at the pace he does. So now, I don't care if we go home. I'm going to call us to win every single game from now on because I've already reached exactly where I wanted us to reach. This was the dream, was to reach the round of 16. So if we, from now on, we're going to beat everybody. Bring on Argentina, bring on Brazil, bring on France. I don't care. We're beating everybody. We're bringing it home to the U.S. We're winning the World Cup before we even host it.
I mean, you've now reached the knockout stages of the World Cup in 3 consecutive appearances.
When we appear.
I mean, you did it in 2010, 2014, and then obviously you previously having been eliminated at that stage in 2006. But, you've now equaled your longest unbeaten run at a World Cup as well, having gone 3 without defeat in the group stages. And it was your first win at the tournament since a 2-1 victory over Ghana in 2014 as well. But a lot of Americans even said, in prediction shows and things like that they even predict you. I mean, you said it yourself that you didn't think that you'd get out of the group because Greg Berhalter got the job on the fact his brother's high up there. But is he sort of started to change some of the cogs in American people's minds?
Who, Berhalter?
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking not.
Say it as it is, Connor. Say it as it is.
No, that fucking tosser can still get done as soon as I want him binned as soon as this World Cup ends. And here is the perfect. I'll give you the perfect example of why this team is the one making this. The players are the ones making this team go far, not Berhalter. We take off Serginho Dest, who was phenomenal, was dominating that right side. And instead of bringing on Joe Scally and Giovanni Reina have not played a minute yet. And one's starting for Borussia Dortmund, and Scally at right back is starting every game for Borussia Mönchengladbach in the German league. Shaq Moore has spent his entire... Thanks, Mike. I was going to say something about Scotland and Wales, but that was nice, so I'll keep it hush. I'll keep it hush. No, I think quick thing. I'm going to just make a joke here, Mike. I hope you find it funny. I think Bale got benched at halftime because the coach caught him booking a golf round in the locker room. So he benched him for the second half. But he subs on Shaq Moore, who's played in the MLS and is now stuck in Belgium because he's not a good player. And I don't know if you followed along to the last little bit of the USA game. But Shaq Moore gets the ball and plays literally a direct pass straight to the feet of an Iranian player who was just literally standing right in front of the American player. Passed it straight to him. Wow. Moore has played awful every single time he's been played. And again, has been awful in the World Cup, and yet we continue to play him over Scally, and we continue to do stupid shit like not bring on Reina. Reina's been hailed as pretty much our best player after Pulisic. And
I was going to say a lot of people have been asking questions about why Reina's not playing. I mean, credit to Iran. They threw everything they had. They threw everything they had at you, but overall, just more quality across the pitch. You deserved the win in the end, didn't you?
My dad's a fucking piece of shit. I love him. My dad said that Tyler Adams should mispronounce Iran at every single press conference from now on. Every time the Iran comes up in a press conference, purposely just mispronounce it because of how much shit he got leading up to this match. I am gonna say though, I am optimistic but scared for this next game because we don't know the extent of Pulisic's abdominal injury.
No, I was going to ask that. Like, what next without Pulisic? How does it go from there?
And we might have just lost Josh Sargent for the entire World Cup, who started 2 of our games. He started Wales and he started against Iran at striker, and was phenomenal at doing the thing that we need from our strikers, which is holding up play, being really good in the air, and playing a lot of defensive cover. And I don't know if you've seen the injury. It looks really bad. He jumps over a tackle, lands on the ball, and it causes his leg to go forward, and you just see it kind of lock and a wiggle a little bit, and he goes straight down.
You know it's bad when he's gone down. Like, he's just scored a quite a pivotal goal, really. And, you know, to not get up and celebrate it, it just goes to show how bad the injury was. I mean, yes, it's the Dutch next on Saturday, I believe. How do you see that one going? Because, like you said, the Dutch are beatable. I watched the game today against Qatar, and Qatar really did give them a game. So I think you're definitely in for a good shout at potentially knocking them out.
It all depends. I will say this as I always do. That's fucking good. Someone made a parody thing that says it's pronounced eliminated, not Iran. I say this every time. I've been saying this for the past 2 years because it's Berhalter. I don't predict scores until I see the lineup. Because,
fair enough.
Especially with how much he can fuck this up with Pulisic and potentially Sargent, both of them now being out for this game. This could go very badly. He could decide to play Jesus Ferreira up front instead of Haji Wright. He could decide to still somehow find a way to not play Giovanni Reina up front. And he could do all sorts of things. He could drag Musa, because Musa can play up on the wing. He could drag Musa up, play him on the left or play him on the right, play way down the middle, do all sorts of shit, and then bring on Acosta to play in the middle, because that's just the way his bonehead ass thinks. I was surprised that this is the first time we've not had an MLS player in the starting lineup in over 2 years.
Wow.
So it could be
final question to you, Connor. I'll give you a final question, and I'll bring Chris in to help us. There's not an Iranian I can come to bring in, so don't worry about it. You can enjoy it all you want. But one final question that I would love to ask you is, how far do you think you will go in this tournament? I mean, it is a good game. I will give you that. It was a very good game. But how far do you think you can go in this one, Connor?
I think we could honestly, I got to go, so I'm going to say this one last thing because I got to go get my girl from work.
No worries.
Quarterfinals. We get past here, but I think we go out to whoever's next.
No worries. Thanks very much. Enjoy it. The Netherlands next for you guys. Great. Thank you for coming on, Connor. Loved it. Take it easy, and say hi to the missus for me as well. Hope you both well. See you in a bit. And then there were two. Mr. Florian is in the building.
Come on, Iran. Sorry, I thought you wanted an Iranian.
I mean, you do have a look of Geppetto a little bit. Whether he was Iranian or not is a different question. But
I'm just waiting for me 40 virgins when I die.
With your behaviour, Chris, it's more like 40 lashes. But
yes, probably.
However, that said, a great victory. It did take, though, a great, strong start to the second half for us to get going.
Yeah, but we were going in the first half. You know, we're not going to go out and always score a goal in the first 5-10 minutes. You know, look how long it took Brazil to score the other day. And I said to Mike there, he will disagree with me. Bale was absolutely awful this World Cup. As I've always said, no Bale, no Whale. And there was no Bale in any of those 3 games. He went off injured. Yeah, if you want to believe that. I think it was just shit, to be honest with you. But you look at that first half, they didn't have a shot on target in the first half. They had 5 dangerous attacks in the first half. You know, it's why were they there? They made Qatar look good. You know, and all right, you know, it took 45 minutes for us to sort of, you know, that first half. But they couldn't have scored if they'd got sort of free brothel tickets for a week. You know, they were never in that game. I tell you something, right? Senegal came out, they needed to win, and they went at Ecuador. They went at them. Wales came out and defended. They offered nothing. Was I worried about Wales? I was worried before the game. Was I worried about Wales during that first half? Not at all.
No.
Not at all. Because they offered nothing. Absolutely. I mean, I know Mike's going to be upset, and I appreciate that, Mike, but you were just bloody awful. And there's no 2 ways about it. You know, Senegal deserved it. They went for it. They pressurized Ecuador. Ecuador never got into the game until they got the equaliser. And I just think Wales sort of, you don't go out and play like that when you need to win. All right, 4 goals was asking a lot, but at least go out with a bit of pride. You absolutely went out with no pride there. You were an embarrassment to Wales. You know, if I was Welsh, I'd turn into a dolphin.
I mean, do you think that they've got some element of pride there? Because I know you mentioned about Gareth Bale and, you know, the no Bale, no Wales situation, but to qualify for a tournament for so long, having that experience against these sides will help them for potential future tournaments. Do you not think?
There's no pride there for them at all. I'm sorry. Okay, so they qualified for the World Cup. Yippee-doo. Saudi Arabia qualified for the World Cup. You know, all right, you can say Tunisia. Costa Rica qualified. Canada qualified for the World Cup. First time ever. You know, I'm just looking down here. No, you know, what have they got to be proud about? They've played 3 games. They've scored 1 goal, got 1 point. Qatar has scored 1 goal. They are right. They've not got a point, but that was easier than I thought it was going to be. And like I say, if Bale and Ramsey, to be honest with you, I can't see them playing at the next Euros, and definitely not in the next World Cup. Who else is there that's going to sort of drag them through? Yeah, they might, you know, do well, get through the groups and what have you, but there's got to be some. I think Rob Page, bless him, he got them there and he deserved the job, but is he the man to take them forward?
A lot of people, and I think Mark said it as well, a lot of people are asking that question on Twitter as we speak. I mean, Marcus Rashford grabbed himself a brace. That's 3 goals for him in this tournament now. Joint top goal scorer with 2 other players in this tournament. Rashford's second goal, however, was England's 100th goal scored at the World Cup. And it made him only the second Manchester United player to score 3 goals plus for the 3 Lions at a major tournament after Bobby Charlton in '66. I mean, Rashford's performance today was man of the match-esque, wasn't it?
It was. And he was. Carl, who was doing the watch-along with me and myself, both picked Rashford for man of the match. I think you might need to just nip off and see Kate, because I think Kate is having a bit of a do because she thinks Wales didn't do too bad in the first half. So I'd go and check on her and see if she's all right.
To be fair though, Chris, I do agree with. I thought Wales did pin us back. They did pin us back, and we weren't clinical enough. We weren't clinical enough that first half.
How could they pin us back when they had 2 shots, I think it was, and 5 dangerous attacks? Yeah,
but you take that stat away from it. What I mean is, defensively, we couldn't get past them. You know, they stood strong in that first 45. The second half,
They park the bus.
Yeah, but
Jose
sometimes teams
Mourinho
have to
does
do
that
that.
all the time, but it's not going to win them the game.
But then, yet again, I could flip that and say, you know, I've had to watch a Burnley side who's constantly parked the bus for 90 minutes against big clubs and still managed to get 1-0 wins. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But in national tournaments, once the second half came about and we got that early lead, you know, they had to come out a little bit, but it was too little too late because obviously, you know, 98 seconds later, you know, we grabbed the second.
When Forest beat Liverpool, right? They went and they had a game plan, and that was to sit behind the ball and try and get a point. As it happened, they were lucky. They got a free kick, got a goal, got the point. They had a game plan. Now, I'm not saying that game plan was pretty, but it happened to work. Had we gone into this, had this game finished 0-0, we would have had you could have said it worked for them, but it didn't. You know, all I will say is, if you were watching Burnley, it was down. Well, okay, that down to the last game of last season when you got relegated. Sorry to remind you of it, but if you come out and just defend, knowing you've got to win, what is the point? Because I mean, if Wales lost by going for it, at least they'd have shown a bit of pride and a bit of fight. But they didn't. And the difference, Senegal were 100 of Wales. I
agree with that. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
When you put it like that, I do agree with it.
Yeah, you did not come out needing to win to go through. That was the only way they were going to go through, was to come and win. Go for it. Put strikers on. Put attackers on. If you lose, you lose. But you go down fighting.
No,
they went down without a whimper. I
mean, Senegal for England in the round of 16 then, Chris, how do you think we will fare in that one? Because
I'll be honest with you, having watched
I don't know how it'll go.
As you know, I watched them earlier, did the watch-along, and it was a fantastic game. I'm going to say it's probably the best game I've actually seen in the World Cup, because it kept you, it was interesting. It kept your excitement there. I would have sooner be playing Ecuador, because Ecuador were rubbish today. I suppose the obvious one is, can we play Wales every game, please? But if we take the performance that we played against Iran, and if we take the performance that we played against Wales, I don't think there's anybody we could fear.
No.
I mean, we could beat Brazil, because they've not got Neymar, and they look nothing in their game the other day. Argentina, depends if Messi can be bothered to turn up or not. I've got to be honest with you, France and Spain will give us a game. I can't deny that. Germany wouldn't. I don't think to be honest with you, on those two performances, if that's the England that turn up, I would have taken Holland or Senegal. I possibly would have preferred. I preferred Senegal, but if we play Holland, they're more European players. We'd know how they play. It's, to be honest with you, it's round of 16. It's cup football. Anybody can go through, make a mistake, and you could lose. But I said we wouldn't get past the round of 16. I've got to take it back. Southgate's going to have his detractors, and people are going to moan about Southgate one way for something. He can't please everybody, and it's a bit like Arsenal. I mean, I listened there to Connor, the American fan. It's sure he's not an Arsenal supporter because they've just got through, and yet he's complaining about his manager. Jeez, I mean, if that's not #Arsenal, what is? You know what I mean? And you know those two Americans that were on Doug's channel.
Yeah.
They were really knocking their own team down. But at the moment, I don't fear Senegal or Holland. We're top of the group, 7 points. We haven't lost a game. We've scored 9. We've conceded 2. We had a bad run going into this, which possibly isn't a bad thing, because it maybe made us sort of more a little bit like settle down and, be a bit more realistic. Yes, I know. I don't. It's true. And Anthony, you know it's true. It's true.
I mean, Brain says there, Chris, Kane is top assist of the World Cup.
Yeah.
But Anthony asked the question, would you drop him?
No. If Kane is fit, Kane gets a game every time because if you get a penalty, 99% sure that Kane's going to score it.
Yeah.
He can look at the Euros. He didn't score, I don't think. Did he score in the groups?
No, not that I remember of.
No, and yet he ended up scoring. It was all Sterling, but then he hit the hook and he got running. Kane is one of those players. Keep him on the pitch, and he can just sneak something for you. And I don't care if he's on the pitch and not scoring. If he's assisting other people to score, great. I was even pleased, to be honest with you, that Maddison didn't get on.
Yeah, Rene mentioned that quite a lot.
No, he didn't, did he?
Would you? Yeah, just a tad, and apparently, I
think he's an adopted Burnley fan, and you're welcome, mate.
To be honest, he did say Danny Ward is a legend, and for the fact of letting in Rashford's second goal, yes, he is. He had a Rob Green moment, did Danny Ward there, but obviously, Ronaldo always grabs the headlines, doesn't he? And funnily enough, with this stat, he grabs it again. England had finished top of their World Cup group for the first time since 2006, when they were eventually eliminated by Portugal at the quarter-final stage. Remember what happened that day?
Yes, I think Ronaldo was a wanker. Sorry, Winker. Winker is what I meant to say. Yeah. I was going to say something, and in my mind it's completely gone. I mean, Danny Ward. I mean, yes, that goal was bad. The one before, they were playing it out of defence again, and it's always going to happen. He lost it like Maguire did for Man United against Leicester. It went across, but who was picking Foden up on the far side?
No, I agree.
Kane got the ball, he put it across. The number 5 for Wales, whoever it is, was looking at Danny Ward, and they both went, and the ball went through, and Foden steaming on the far side. Nobody picking him up, slotted the ball home. And that's another reason why Wales, the defending was awful.
It was. So let's have a look at that final setup then. Let's just move it a little bit further up the screen. So England did and have topped the group. 1-2, drawn 1, 9 goals scored, only 2 against, with a goal difference of 7 and 0.7, going on to face Senegal. USA, who a lot of the American fans doubted their ability, in fact, even putting their own country bottom of the group, have qualified and will face off against the Dutch on Saturday in the round of 16. They got there with 5 points after that win over Iran. Iran then obviously take up third spot, and Wales accompanying the group there at the bottom, basically
I have
making up the numbers.
Doug, if you are watching, Wales second? How did that work out for you? And Brad and myself, in fairness, we both went England top, USA second.
I think I put Iran top and England. I put Iran first, I think, and England second.
That's lasted well.
Yeah, so that one's pretty.
You need
pretty
to let
bad
me know
one.
those for Friday night, mate.
Yes, I will do. I'm going to have a watch of it tomorrow morning. Anthony, a little bit too early for that. I mean, let's see what happens in training. We could have a few injuries, etc. Let's see what the situation is come Sunday. Brain says there, Pulisic is an internal injury, which means it does not look good, which could halter funnily enough, I know that's the USA manager, but it could halter and falter the USA with their main man, Christian Pulisic, potentially ruled out.
Indeed. Indeed.
Anthony says, shame on you, Iran top. I mean, to be fair, I was looking at it prior to the fact of, you know, how we performed in the Nations League.
Yeah. I think that was in the Jihadi League, wasn't it?
God knows. Looking at it then, looking at tomorrow's fixtures, Australia played Denmark at 3 o'clock, same time as Tunisia, France. They both face off in them games in Group D. And then at 7 o'clock, Poland take on Argentina and Saudi Arabia take on Mexico to complete Group C as well. Did you say you were covering the 3 o'clock games, Chris?
I am. I'm doing them all the 3 o'clock games this week. So starting at 2:30, Australia versus whoever they're playing, Denmark. Denmark could go out. And again, mate, you know, you are welcome to join me if you want to on that one.
I will let you know because I'm not sure whether I'm covering it myself, but I will let you know. That said, Doug's in. Here he is. So you can get the jab in again now.
The man that predicted Wales to come second in the group, Doug. How are you doing? Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Anthony says we don't want that Nations League. Who didn't? Who did? I mean, it's just a glorified friendly league. That said, though, the game is over. England are through and will face off against Senegal. Chris, thank you very much for coming on and giving your input at the end there. Let people know where they can find you and your channel.
Yeah, obviously, you know, any Welsh fans are welcome. Leicester Till I Die TV on the old YouTube, at Leicester TID on wherever else, on Twitter at Leicester TID, at Leicester Till I Die, everywhere else. I'm knackered. I can't even get my words out. I make sure you support this guy as well on this channel. He puts a lot of work in. I know he's ginger, but, you know, just give him that support.
Cheers.
Hug a ginger. We should have a Hug a Ginger Day.
Doug says he did predict 3-0 England, though. Did predict it.
I never actually did that. I got that excited because at the end, we went over and covered the last 9 minutes of the American game.
Yeah, we did.
So I never... Hang on. I went 2-1. Wales scoring a goal. Yeah. Right. That's never going to happen. Still be playing now. Sean McGonagall went to... Carl went to... I have to be honest with you, Doug, I never wrote it down if you did. So, I'm sorry, mate. Go back and clip it if you want. Go back and clip it. And if anybody wants to see an upset Welsh fan, check my channel out and my stream. And it was just to say, we did raid his channel when they were 2-0 down. And not say raid his channel. We let it play onto ours, and he was not happy.
I bet he wasn't. Chris, people can go over and support your stuff. I'm going to put the link to Connor's and to Mark's and to Chris's YouTube channels in the description at the end of this video. But yes, there is games tomorrow at 3 and 7. 4 games exact. Group C and D wrapped up tomorrow. But here, I will let you go, Chris. As you said, I know you said you were tired, so I will let you shoot off. But really appreciate you coming on, and everyone should go and check out.
Everybody smashes the likes on this. If you subscribe, if you're not, smash the likes if you have on this channel. All the best,
really
mate.
Appreciate it. Cheers again, Chris, and thanks very much. Take it easy. And yes, you can join us. I think we will be covering some of the games tomorrow. I need to put it on, as I say, and Thursday I know we're covering the 7 o'clock one. But that was it. England put on a comprehensive performance today, strolling through the knockout stages, seeing off the challenge of the neighbours, Wales. They exit with a muted display. A brilliant brace by Rashford, plus Foden's direct approach and goal, helped the Three Lions overcome their limited opponents, who are now surely at the end of their golden era. Southgate's men roll onto the last 16 as Group B winners. Wales finish fourth, and it's Senegal for England next. Thank you very much to everybody for watching. Please do drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when we're next live. But until then, we will be back tomorrow at some point. Could be 3, could be 7. Who knows? I will keep you all posted on the socials. A couple of comments before we wrap it up as well. Anthony says, Stephen, you lie. And Nat says, yes, lads. And Naz says, they had to, Dan, perform their best after the USA game. We were slow. We were indeed. So let's hope for better come Sunday when we take on Senegal. But for now, thank you very much for your support. It is 9:45. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the support all over the socials. And we will see you tomorrow with another video. Take care.